the kids with me. We're on the porch. You guys say hello? Hello, everyone! Everybody say hi. Hi. Hello! Okay, so we are waiting on our tuk-tuk, and we're just gonna see around our area a little bit while we head to the market. This is my 29-week pregnancy vlog as well as our second vlog. So you guys saw a little clip of me and the kids going to grocery shop or go to the market. It is a more American grocery store, so we like to go there to get things that the kids are familiar with and like to eat. And we usually also go to the market where you can get meats like fish and salmon and fruit and veggies and things like that. I'll try and take you guys along with me on that. But you see, we rode in a tuk-tuk, and that is how me and the kids usually get around. If we're going somewhere, we take a tuk-tuk. We have Grab here instead of Uber, and you can use that for transportation here like you would in the States. You can get a car or you can get a tuk-tuk. My husband uses a moto to get around, so instead of having a car here in Cambodia, because we're just going to be here, you know, as a temporary place, so he has a moto and he uses that to get around. But I'm scared of the moto, plus I have the kids and I'm pregnant, so I take tuk-tuk with the kids. And it's, for the most part, it's fun to ride in. It's just harder now that I'm pregnant and I have all the kids, so it's hot. In Cambodia, it's always hot. There's no winter, spring, summer, fall. It's just hot. And they have dry season and wet season. And right now we're in dry season. So we had months where it was almost daily rain and lots of it. But we are in the dry season now. But temperature-wise, it pretty much stays between the high 80s to 100. So it's hot. Hot all the time. So now that I'm in third trimester, it can be a little challenging, the heat, but we moved here from Houston, Texas, and I had a good portion of each of my 3 previous pregnancies in Houston, Texas. So I've done my fair share of the heat before. So I'm glad we got to bring you along for our market run. And you got to see a little bit of the city and our neighborhood as well. So this week we have been prepping for baby as far as finding out all the information we will need prior to her birth to get her birth certificate and passport and visa and social security. All of those things were in Cambodia instead of America, which we have never done before. Thankfully, I've actually found another American mom that's been here in Cambodia for quite some time. She's actually had 4 babies here, So she was able to give me information on the process of where I need to go and what I need to get and what paper I will need and what paperwork I will need and those kind of things. So that was extremely helpful. If you're watching, thank you so much. But I was able to just kind of write out everything for that process so that it doesn't feel so scary and unknown. Now we know more so of what we're going to need for her. And so we will get a form from the hospital when she's born, and we have to take that to a different place and get the actual birth certificate, but it's going to be in Khmer, which is their language that they speak here. So then we have to take that to another location and have it translated into English, and then we have to apply for passport, and then we have to apply for visa, and then we have to apply for Social Security and all that stuff. So it's just going to be a very different process than what I've done before. I've never needed a passport or visa or anything like that so early either. So this will be fun to get that done with the baby. But I get to go get her picture taken. So now I have a little visitor. Rory, you want to say hello?
Hello.
Hello. She brought me my lipstick. Apparently she wants to wear some, so we're going to put some on. Okay, ready? Gonna open them up. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. You wanna look in the mirror? So beautiful. Okay. Yeah.
Stay.
Shoes today. Okay. We'll go play. So a little bit of my birth history with my other 3 children, as well as our birth plan for this baby. So Riley, my firstborn, he was late, and he almost went to 42 weeks, but and I had planned to do a regular, like a vaginal delivery. I was in labor with him for 18 hours, and then I got my epidural and still labored with him for another, I think 11 hours. So it was 31 hours with him, and he was 9 pounds and 8 ounces. He was a very big baby, and I'm a pretty small person. So I ended up having 4th degree tears. Because of the complications with Riley, I was recommended to have a C-section from there. We ended up having Roman in Nashville, Tennessee, and I was having some complications towards the end of the pregnancy. They were showing he was very big, and I was already having labor symptoms, and they recommended that we go ahead and have the C-section in Nashville. And that worked because I still have family and actually a home there in Nashville, so it ended up being fine. So he was born at 36 weeks and was 7 pounds and 8 ounces, which is still pretty big, especially for being early. For whatever reason, we end up having bigger babies. So with Roy, she was kind of the same thing as Roman. I started having early labor symptoms with her around 36 weeks, so we scheduled a C-section. For Rory, I think I was 36 weeks and 5 days, so I almost hit 37. And she was 7 pounds and 3 ounces. So I didn't have any complications with the C-section. Everything went really well, and even recovery all was really good, and I recovered very well. But for this one, it will be another, of course, scheduled C-section, but I also am having my hernia repaired at the same time. So it will be a C-section and a hernia, which is going to be a harder recovery, or a longer recovery, so to speak. And honestly, I just hope one of my mothers get here, my mom or my mother-in-law. We don't know for sure if either will happen. We are hopeful, but if it doesn't, we totally understand, because Cambodia is quite a long trip. And but we're excited. Either way, it's gonna be fine. We have lots of friends here to be here to help and everything, especially with the other 3 kids. And God has been good. You know, God has been good. I have 3 healthy, whole, and beautiful children, and we are getting to experience all of these new things here in Cambodia, which is exciting. Baby is healthy and whole, and I am, so I really cannot complain. And just looking at all the good things and not the things that you can't control in any situation really does help. But we're so excited to be able to get to go through this again. And baby 4 is our last baby. We are planning to be done after her. So I just want to get to, or I want to make sure that I enjoy and, or don't take for granted each of these trimesters and each of these little kicks and movements, because it's the last time, and I really have had 4 great pregnancies and even deliveries and things with complications here and there. It's still been good, and I have loved getting to be pregnant, although there's so much that is hard about it. It really is so amazing, and I really am trying to treasure all these moments because I know this is the last one. And that makes me a little sad. Try not to cry. That makes me a little sad just because this is the last time for it all, but I'm so excited to get to go through the newborn phase again, even all the exhaustion. I'm honestly I look forward to it because this is the baby of the family. And so anyways, so now you know a little bit about our birth history and a little bit about our plan for this baby. And so we will be having her in April of this year. I'm not going to say the date because, like I said, with the other 3 dates have gone a little different than planned, so we don't know for sure. It should be somewhere around Easter, but that also depends on when we schedule everything because it's a double surgery. But we are very excited. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. If you guys have any questions or comments or things you want to hear or see here in Cambodia or of our family and things, please leave comments below and let me know. Please subscribe to our channel and share and like the videos. You can even click the little bell so it will notify you when we do post. And I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.